It's so awkward having no music playing because I decided I want to add the music in later. Sitting here in complete silence, not fun at all. Hi guys, so I'm back for the second week. So yeah, I thought I would come back on here and give you guys kind of like an insight as to what I've been doing the last week. My week has kind of been like 50% good and 50% bad. I've been involved in a few exciting stuff this last week, but I've also kind of received some bad news, so yeah. So first video's response was very good. I'm surprised at how good it did. All positive comments, people are obviously happy that I'm trying YouTube, so yeah, that's why I'm back for the second week. I'm quite shocked at how many times I've been stopped in public and people are like, are you that guy that did YouTube? And I'm just like, yes, that's me, I guess. I did tell you guys that I was going to do a Q&A next, but I kind of thought, you know, that was my first YouTube video, so I'm not going to get any questions because I'm new to it, so I don't know what I was thinking, but here we are. As I look back at the first video, I'm just like, all the mistakes that I made, it's just crazy, but I guess you learn. It was my first video. Are you gonna kill me? No. I thought I would fill you guys in on how my week has been, which has been surprisingly busy since I've only just moved back here just under 2 weeks, so yeah, it's been good. It's so hot, I don't know why I'm wearing a turtleneck, but oh well. It's fine, it looks good. Yeah. Last week has been fun and a little bit hectic. Got to be an assistant to a photo shoot for Natalie, Waugh photographer. She's quite popular here with weddings and stuff like that, so I'll link her info down below if you want to give her a follow on social media. So yeah, I was assistant to one of her photo shoots with a fitness guru. I know her social media name is I'm Priyanka. I'll also link her stuff down below. It was actually so fun seeing like the behinds, being the photographer for quite a while, so being the behind and seeing it just showed me how much I missed it. I've been doing some social media content photographing for Makeup by Natalie. So she came over to my house and we did like a cute little setup for one of her posts for social media that's coming up soon. I don't want to give away too much. I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything, but oops. But that part of my week has been fun. It's kind of been like 50-50, I guess. Positive, but also negative. This is kind of personal. I broke out with the shingles virus. To start off with, I didn't know what it was. I had no knowledge of it. Got this massive rash underneath all this on my arm. I was kind of just like, meh, I just thought it was just a rash, but I sort of left it a bit too late. I know you're supposed to treat it within 72 hours and be on medication, but I kind of left it for 5 days, so I did end up going to the doctors. Luckily I was going to leave it for longer, luckily I didn't. It was expected to happen because I had chickenpox when I was 2 weeks old. Doctors did warn us that I will get an outbreak later in life, so this is my outbreak because you can't get chickenpox twice. It usually breaks out as shingles. A lot of people have their opinions about it and saying, oh, it's disgusting, oh, you're filth, but I don't know, I don't see it as that bad, but I know it's very contagious because it's like a blister, but I was put on medication for that, so hopefully it works and goes away soon because it is so painful and this whole arm is just like dead. But yeah, that's sort of the negative update for the week. But anyway, back on topic. So I thought I would use this next video as kind of like, not that I owe anybody explanation, but seeing a lot of people here knew that I moved out of New Plymouth and out of New Zealand, I thought I would kind of use this video as explaining what happened because I get stopped so many times. I mean, I didn't really tell anybody that I was really coming back. I guess I was hard on myself in that instance, that I guess I kind of felt like a failure, the fact that I had to come back. I get stopped so many times and people are like, oh my god, you're back, I didn't know you were back, and why are you back? And people are like questioning why I'm back and kind of making me feel bad as to why I'm back. Start of September, I thought I would make the jump and move to Australia. It's a small jump, but it's also a big jump because I guess I moved straight from home with no knowledge of flatting or anything. I just made this massive jump. I was planned well. It took me 10 months to plan the whole entire thing. The last week I only just felt settled about the whole move, so I kind of got excited. It was definitely a learning curve for me coming back as well as going, because just things like, I mean, I took way too many suitcases. I packed my life up too quickly. I booked 4 suitcases with just all my clothes because I've got so much clothes. Everybody said to me and warned me that you don't need that much stuff because it's so hot over there, but still I was convinced that I wanted everything. I packed everything up. So yeah, I actually flew out the 1st of September, so the week before was my week to pack and everything and kind of get my life sorted. I'm a type 1 diabetic. My biggest thing is actually carrying my insulin and stuff with me because I need doctor's notes and certificates and stuff like that to say I can enter another country with insulin. I went a little bit over prepared with taking a whole year's worth of insulin over, which my whole entire carry-on was just insulin. It was one suitcase pretty much just full of medication. So I did want to prepare myself because I know how systems are in New Zealand, and I mean, it's good in Australia, but it's just, you know, it's so hard to get into their systems and it takes quite a while, so I just wanted to prepare myself. I was there for about 2 months. I guess the timing was just bad. Because I mean, I don't want to say anything bad about what happened there because it was good. I love the place and I definitely want to go back. The flatmates I was living with were kind of sorting their own life out, and I think they were all deciding to move away. I guess I was kind of stuck in a situation of being in a unknown town, not knowing what to do. I guess I could have looked for another place to live, but I didn't set myself up financially well enough to be able to just jump and find a place without employment. So I guess I was kind of stuck in a situation where I had to make a decision quickly, and I just decided to just take it back home and just come back to home grounds. That's exactly what I did, and I felt like that was the best decision for me to do, so that's exactly what I did. I mean, finding work there is quite hard. Duration for finding work is probably like 3 months. Qualified or not, it's generally 3 months before you officially land a job. It's only there for 2 months. You're up against like 60 or 70 people in an interview. You're obviously going to pick the citizen of Australia over like a Kiwi. You're up against people that have like degrees and stuff like that. Yes, the main thing that made it not work out was the fact that the timing was bad and finding work was really hard. I kind of went over with an open mind. I think I was overly excited about the move that I didn't think about the reality of it. As much as I see it as a failure, it was also like a learning lesson and a life lesson for me. I definitely know what to do next time. I've prepared myself if I ever do that again. So I mean, a lot of people did say to me, you know, just because one negative thing happened doesn't mean you have to just give up. Like, just stick it out and it'll work out. My mind was already set on what I was going to do, and getting yourself out of that mindset isn't the easiest thing to do. So I decided already I was going to come home. I already booked the tickets, and it was the best thing for me, and especially it made me realize that I have it good here and my health is going to work out the best here because of New Zealand's system. Easy to get insulin here. You know, am I going to get into the Australian system? Am I going to get my insulin that I need, or the correct cards to get all my medication? I just knew that I already had it so good here with the health system, so it was going to be the best decision for me to be back on home ground. I booked my tickets back to be in New Zealand on the 18th of October. A week before my flights is kind of when I made my decision to book my tickets home. I was okay with booking it back home, but it wasn't until the actual day of the flights. It was literally like 2 hours before the flights where I was like, did I make the right decision? I rushed into this too quickly, so I tried to rebook my tickets for maybe like December or January, but I was too late because it was literally 2 hours before the flight where I decided to do that. I guess that kind of made me more nervous because it's like, now I actually have to go home, but it was hard flying back, and I guess that was the cause of the shingles outbreak as well, because, you know, moving countries twice in like a matter of 3 months is a huge stress on yourself, and I mean, I put myself through a lot doing that move. So I did come back feeling so stressed because I gave up my life here, I gave up everything. Like, I left my family and friends behind, I sold everything, and I just went over, and then for it to not work out as I expected because I got my hopes up. You know, I was in a big city and I'm coming back to a small city. It was the unknown. I guess I got so stressed about what's going to happen with my life. What am I going to do here? Do I make another move to somewhere else? Do I just come back here, regroup and replan? That was the best decision. I would come back home, settle in here a little bit again, and then start with flatting in New Plymouth, and then flatting say in Auckland or Wellington, and then making a move, not just making such a big jump. Coming back was definitely stressful, very, very stressful. I wouldn't say I was depressed, I was kind of just in a state. It was hard to settle back in here. The opportunity and stuff here, because I'm such a creative person, it's hard finding opportunities in New Plymouth because it's so small. I was just overthinking way too much. Everybody said to me, you know, just take a break, think about your life, where you want to take it. I didn't. My brain was still like, I need to make a decision now. I was excited, but not excited to be home as well, because like I said, like, it was that fear of the unknown. Yeah, being back home, I didn't unpack my bags for at least 4 days. I didn't want to do it until I felt actually settled back in, because I had this thought in my mind that maybe an opportunity will jump up and I'd have to flee the country very quickly. My mind was just set on not unpacking that at all. Realistically, the more days I was here, I felt settled and stuff like that, and it gave me so much anxiety to actually start unpacking. I eventually got there in the end. I unpacked everything. Done. I was just like bawling my eyes out because I was like, oh my god, I'm actually officially back. But now that I've been here almost 2 weeks, I actually feel really good to be back, and I actually feel really settled in. I don't know where my life is going to take me. I just want to think about the present, not the future. I don't want to plan anything for my future, or I'll just leave that for the future. So I'm going to think just in the present now and take it a day at a time and just see where it all goes. So yeah, I'm not going to make this video too long, so I hope that kind of gives you guys an explanation as to what actually happened. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye! Yeah, hopefully that explained. But yeah, I didn't want to make this video too long. I hope that kind of gives you guys an explanation as to what happened, and yeah. Why is this not working?